So the thing that I find that makes good physical therapists is it's a lifelong learning. You really have to enjoy learning new things, and not just necessarily about the human body or anything, but also about different techniques that come up. They're always having new ideas coming in, new ways of doing therapy. So you want to learn, always learn. Most of the time, most states, actually, you have to have so many hours of continuing education every 2 years to keep your license. So in Georgia, the last place I worked, you had to have 40 hours of continuing education. So typically those classes are one day or over a weekend, and you're learning new skills, you're learning to be able to diagnose certain kind of injuries or body parts better. So it's always a love of learning. And you also have to really like people, because you're dealing a lot with people. The thing I love about physical therapy is you really get to have a wonderful relationship with your patients. Typically, I will see somebody 1 or 2 to 3 times a week. And at the clinic I work at right now, it's one-on-one physical therapy. So I only have one patient at a time, which is wonderful. And I spend 45 minutes with this person 2 or 3 times a week. So you really get to know a lot of people. You get to know about their families and things that they like, and you share things. So it's really wonderful to teach and be with people. So you have to like people. You don't have to be an extrovert, because I'm not an extrovert at all. But, you know, it's just, as long as you like people and you're able to communicate, that will be great. The other thing is you got to be comfortable hands-on. So I'm a very hands-on people. I'm always, you know, correcting people's posture and trying to get them to stand up straight, and focusing on what's going on. So you have to really like and be comfortable with hands-on treatment. The other thing about a physical therapist is you have to really, it's a lot of critical thinking. So I have a lot of what I like to call tools in my toolbox. I've taken a lot of continuing ed classes, and I learn what I call new tools or new tricks. And so you have to think about what you're doing. And sometimes it's learning not to do something. An example that really touched home for me probably 2 years ago, I had a patient, and she came in, and the diagnosis was rib pain. And I started talking to her and listening to her, and things just didn't seem to be matching up. So the more I kind of started diving into it, I just really felt like she needed to have more diagnostic testing. I felt like there was something else going on than just, you know, I hurt my rib. And probably 6 months went by, and I got a letter in the mail, and the woman wanted to thank me because I had sent her back to get further diagnostic testing. They discovered that she had an infection in her spinal cord, and that was what was causing the pain. And it was very humbling to know that I had, you know, saved somebody's life by being able to critically think about what was going on instead of just assuming something and reacting to that. So you have to like puzzles, and you have to like to figure things out. It's not always clear. A lot of times patients have more than one thing that's going on. You know, they'll come in for knee pain, and you start realizing, oh, they got something going on in their back, or their balance is really terrible, and they're a high risk for falls. So you have to, you know, always be thinking, always be reassessing your patient. So it definitely keeps you on your toes.